Hello, and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. And today we're gonna focus on self-sufficiency. Okay guys, you know how it goes. Around an hour this episode is gonna last, so grab some coffee. Maybe something, snack or something. But anyway, let's get cracking. So, we have self-sufficiency. I'm gonna try to lower the expenses wherever we can. So I'm gonna go and check out most of our shops, for example, and see what's happening with them. Straight away, I can see that everything or a lot of stuff here is working, but you can see that we don't have enough workers for some reason over here. Okay, so employment, everybody, anybody? We have City Hall here just around the corner. Let's see what's happening in Sitomsk. Okay, we don't have enough workers working at the moment. No, okay, this is slowly catching up. Right, so let's see how our imports are doing. Okay, we should be importing. Why is this not being imported? Oh, right, because their limit is 0.56 tons. Right, if I cancel this, will this then be... You have the medium distribution office. Let's see if we can have this named a bit better. I bet that this is a freezer trucks. Yes, these are refrigerators. So this is, yeah. So they have distribution of these meats, but these meats are not getting to here. For example, this is half a ton of meat capacity, and let's see if we can see what's happening here. I bet that we need to transport more meat than we actually produce. You can see that. Well, they have 38 tons of it over here, but I'm not too crazy about this. I think we're gonna have to have a freezer train coming and distributing all this stuff here. And again, I don't want to cut into the mountain anymore, so we're gonna have to do something about this. So what's the deal with you? You are going... Okay, I'm gonna have to reinstate the purchasing of some stuff over here, and I'm already losing concentration where I'm supposed to go. By the way, guys, if you want to support the channel, you have the description of the video how you can do that. If you have any suggestions, I always appreciate that. Well, actually, more than appreciate that. I need it. I need it badly. And yeah, you just leave a comment in the comment section. We have a discussion about hard mode as well, so check the comment section of the video I made about hard mode challenge, and we're gonna be building towards that soon as well. In this episode, I don't want to talk too much about it, but as you can see, we are dropping with some foods. I'm gonna start experimenting with some of the shops. The problem with these shops, with every shop, especially in the big cities, is that they are lacking capacity. For example, we have 500 kilos, 570 kilos of clothes capacity in here, and you can see that we have 2.5 tons of meat capacity, but there's no extra meat being delivered. I think we're gonna have to continue importing meat. Probably we should go and yeah, probably we should go and get a meat storage central or something like that, where we're gonna have trains delivering meats elsewhere. But that means that every city we have will have to have, or at least this is a tri-city area, 3 big cities of Sitomsk, Vladivostok, and Novodanilsk. Of course, we have a different city named Danilsk. It's further away. It's similar but different. So we will have to have a storage facility for these meats here. I was hoping that this distribution office from here will be kinda close enough to distribute these meats, but it doesn't seem to be so. Looks like these trucks for some reason are not as good for this kind of distance. They have the speed, they have everything that they need, but they're just not delivering fast enough, so that could be a little bit of an issue. What's with this? I need to stop importing stuff here, so let's do exactly that. I have a feeling that these guys are missing fuel because... Oh, it's full. Oh, right, we distributed fuel. Do we have trucks getting here? We do. That's it. I'm gonna stop importing. This is self-sufficiency. I'm gonna stop importing this stuff here. So we have trucks. They're responsible for delivering all the materials. I'm pretty sure that this is it. Rail construction office, so whatever happens. You have to have dumper trucks. Dumper trucks are supposed to be delivering, well, dumping material. Looks like they are. Looks like that is working okay. Let me check other shops in Sitomsk over here. Cold storage, of course, looks like we are... Actually, it's falling down. That means that we are not importing, but it falls down to half a ton, and that is a problem because this is the lowest point. This is where we start importing. While the other stuff here, I'm gonna do a test. Actually, I don't have to do a test. We have a test over here. We have a test where I'm not delivering any of this stuff. Electronics actually are still not being produced. We have our electronics factory done here. So they need stuff delivered here. That would be mechanical components, electrical components, plastics, and which distribution office is responsible for this? Is it this one? This one even has a gravel assigned to it. It has plastics. It has loading electrical components. And do you have loading of mechanical components? Doesn't seem so, but I can see that we have few available trucks, so I'm gonna be using this. So you're gonna go to electrical component factory, and you're gonna be delivering it all here. So I'm just gonna check it out. So we need here electrical components. So let me see if these guys have access to electrical components. They do in Litopa warehouse. Do we have electrical component factory? Where are we producing? Oh, it's the big one over here. And it's assigned to this office. Okay, so this is electrical components factory. It's full of electrical components, and it's assigned here. I'm gonna get it directly from the factory. So we have Sitom's electrical component factory. It's already being selected as to be loaded. Perfect. And all of that needs to be unloaded here. And the last thing is electronics. Of course, that's what's being produced here. So Sitom's mechanical component factory needs to be loading mechanical components here, and then we have plastics. I'm pretty sure that it's selected over here to be delivered. Okay, so we have everything being delivered here. It's just a matter of well, delivering the stuff. Other thing we have issue with would be probably the workers coming to work here, and this is going to be one other fun episode where we're going to have to expand our capital, or well, I don't want to call Sulivostok suburbs or anything, but the second biggest or second city, city number 2. City number B. So it's a B city, and that's even worse. So it's equal city. I don't know. I'm trying to be nice towards city. Right. So we need to increase the population. People coming here. Let me see how this is working. I can see that we have a lot of people being transported here, and at the moment coal is not an issue. Coal, yeah, because we don't have enough coal. Okay, now looks like we are lagging behind with coal production over here. Yeah, this is hopefully this is not a big issue. Let's see how the city over here is doing. So we have everything set up at the moment. Electronics is going to be something that we're going to be, well, distributing, delivering last. It's not going to be the most important thing. We will be... What I'm going to have to do here, we have the... Which distribution office again is responsible for delivering products to the shops? It's this one over here. So we have foods, we have clothing, and now I'm going to select the... electronics over here. So you're gonna be loading electronics, and that's it. And I'm gonna be selecting this warehouse where they can both load and unload, because I think no, don't unload, don't load. There we go. Just deliver electronics over here, because here we have a train coming and picking up all these extra materials and taking it to Danilsk for our ship production. So I think we have everything settled here. We'll see in we beat time if it's gonna work or not. Now back to the main problem at hand. We have an issue with storage. You can see here straight away that we're missing some stuff, and I'm gonna tell you straight away that the meat definitely is gonna have to be distributed, and electronics, this is not necessary for happiness of our people. Neither is meat, actually. We don't have to do that. The important parts are food and clothes. If you didn't check that, check in my tutorial videos, and you have what your people need video. You know, what actually your people need to be happy. And meat is not one of them, neither is the electronics. We try that even if we have a radio station, and it's definitely not something that we that is utmost importance. So we can say that, for example, meats and electronics we can do without. So technically, at the moment, we gonna get electronics and meats whenever we have time and space for it. Fabrics, the clothing and food is important. So whenever we have time, we're gonna do this. I can see that container facility is dropping quite low, but the reason behind this is the food exports. That most of the food exports are going directly from the food factory now. But I will keep this train running just because in the future I will be distributing some of this extra production that we have. For example, in this case this is fine, but I can say straight away that we're missing fabrics here. You can see that we have 64 tons of fabrics, and I know that we have an issue with this little fabrics train that is always for some reason stuck over here, and it can't load up the fabrics. I'm telling him. If you can see any problems with this, guys, please tell me. He's loaded 11 tons of fabrics, and I told him to wait until loaded. I will untick this box, and I think he's gonna start moving soon, because I told him that he doesn't have to wait to be loaded with fabrics. I'm gonna leave him like this. Hopefully he's still gonna be loading fabrics here, but for some reason he's not moving, and for me this is sad. This is sad. I hope that he would be moving, but I'm thinking maybe that he has an order to unload something else, but no, this is load and fabrics, and he's supposed to load it. He started loading fabrics and stopped. This warehouse here has fabrics, has everything that he needs to be loaded, but he's not doing it. And he's not even trying to get to another station, he just stays here. I have no idea what this is. This is a mod problem? Most of the times there is no mod problem, it's only Oolykee problem, so I'm fully capable of accepting criticism and me being fault. So sorry if I ever blame mod or something or a game for something, it's probably my fault. But let me leave him alone and see if these fabrics are gonna start flowing, because we really need them for ship production as well. Okay, continuing on, we have another shop here that I'm gonna be dealing with right now, and I'm gonna stop imports in them as well. Clothing is going to be crucial, and I'm hoping that clothing is going to be distributed properly in the right time, because what is this? Warehouse is currently at 33%. Yes, so it needs to be to 90%, and I'm hoping that these trucks from here are on the way to deliver clothing there, because this is without clothing, guys. If you see those tutorials that I made, people will start escaping. They're gonna start running away. If I remember, I'm gonna link this in the previous one. In the previous time I mentioned the tutorial, I'm gonna link it. Or maybe I'm gonna link it twice, so check it out. Okay, continuing on, we have a nice couple of stores over here. They have a little bit better capacity, but I think we're gonna do the same thing for these ones here. I just want to make sure that they are connected to our meat storage, and they are. They are connected to meat storage, and they are supposed to be getting meats here. They have 3-ton capacity. You can see that they have meat. Meat is being delivered here, so this is perfectly fine. The problem with these, the problem I have, or the knowledge I gained in playing even a little bit testing on the hard mode, is that you don't these distribution offices, they're not perfect. They're not working perfectly. And we might have issues. You can see here that we have a food issue. They have enough capacity. Let me see if... let me see this one more time. We have a shop here, limit the amounts, that's fine. They have capacity, they have trucks, they probably have trucks on the way, but for some reason we are missing. I was looking at something totally different. So this is working fine. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one alone. You can see that it's working fine. I think we don't have a shop on this side. You can see that they're complaining about foods. I will leave it at that. I will let them complain because you can see here that their happiness is full. So they're perfectly happy with this. So they're actually not lacking food. This is from before, or it's a one person for some reason when they went shopping. Food wasn't there. It's not that food wasn't there. They were waiting for a bus or something for a little bit longer than usual. So I'm gonna say that it's a fussy citizen who didn't, get his way. So they're complaining. I'm kidding. It's our fault. It always is. Okay, so we have the third city of Tri-City area, the Novodanilsk, and looks like they have the similar issue. Again, I will do that because I'm pretty confident that our clothing supplies will work. I will remove clothes from being auto-purchased. Hopefully this is gonna save us some money, which is not really a problem. I just wanted to check how clothing is here. We have 30 kilos of clothes, and we have no, it's food. We have it's again food. Okay, do we have a truck bringing freaking clothes here? Because we're kind of missing those, guys. Come on, it's not funny anymore. It's not funny anymore. These guys are now distributing some other stuff. We should expect that. Again, food. So what's with the clothing? All right, they're missing fabrics, of course. Okay, let me just check where these guys are getting clothing from, because I would like to have some kind of backlog of clothing. They're getting it from Clothing Factory. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now here, I'm gonna be importing fabric over here, just so we can continue producing clothes, because this is what we need. I'm hoping that this train is gonna be, I don't know, I'm hoping that I'm gonna understand what's wrong with this train. I think it might be that he is waiting to be unloaded then. So let's see if this is a thing. If I remove that he's supposed to wait until unloaded, will he come to his senses? It doesn't appear so. Okay. Oh, no, he is. Okay. So... okay, that's quite weird. And what's happening with the food imports? Are we importing crops anywhere? No. This is dropping and crops are same here. I'm hoping that they're gonna get crops from here. Let's see. Oh, they will. They're gonna get the crops as soon as they spend these. Now, chemicals here are being delivered by truck. You can see one of them leaving from here. We have a couple of trucks. They have orders just to deliver chemicals here and wait until unloaded. So this is perfect. So we're back on track with production of fabric, and hopefully this is just as a precaution. I'm importing here so we can supply clothes a little bit more efficiently. And looks like it kind of might be working, but I mean, I can say that these, if we don't get clothes here fast, people will start escaping, and that's a big no-no. I'm just gonna follow up and see if we have any of them on the way. Let me check related vehicles. We have refrigerator, and covered hull. No, we don't have yet. Well, the production of clothing is going up, so hopefully everything else will go up. We do produce only 2.7 tons of clothes per workday at maximum capacity, and we are currently running at lower rates. Okay, this is an experiment. Let's leave it as it is. So let's leave it as it is and see how they're gonna cope. I can see that clothing, we have some clothing here and we have some clothing here. This shop looks like it's the busiest one. It doesn't have any clothing, it doesn't have any electronics. Maybe I should import for... let's do this. I'm gonna give them some clothing. It's gonna be only partially supplied, just so our people are semi-happy. So hopefully this is... okay, I'm gonna leave them like this. And for the rest of it, you guys can take care of it. It's up to you. It's up to you. Let me quickly try to check where our little train with fabrics is going. Here we go. I have no idea why. If you know why the train wasn't delivering or wasn't loading the fabrics, I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure that this warehouse is vanilla. We have PKP mod, which I'm not blaming at all for this. It's probably the setup, maybe the railroads or something. It's a human error, I would assume, rather than anything else. I'm just gonna real quickly check the messages we have here. What's with this grain silo? A new type available. We're using rubles. This is a new grain silo. This is sorry, grain. I think it's a grain transport, but this is something that I would like to use in the series as well. Probably whenever we decide to go with it, I'm gonna go with it. Okay, so continuing on, we have a new shopping center built over here. You can see that we have everything supplied to this shopping center. I'll just do this 5 and 5. That's fine. We're gonna stop importing everything here, so you're on your own, and we're gonna just take these distribution offices here and just add this shop here. So this one is for meats. It's already set here, even though I know if you say yes but you already have problems with meats, I know, but this is the best we can do at the moment, so I would like to keep it like so. We restarted the production of clothing, so hopefully that's gonna be okay. I'm hoping that they just need to set the right, and this one needs to be, let's move this, and I'm gonna remove this storage. This is called Renargrad Kiosk Bazaar. Renargrad Kiosk Bazaar. Here we go. We're gonna remove this one, and then from this one I'm gonna do the same, because I'm gonna stop supplying this shop as soon as it's empty. Well, hopefully I'm gonna stop it because they have some food in there. So this is the second facility, sorry, this is the fourth city that we're doing this with. I think the best thing to do would be Petersgrad as well, to do the same thing with it, because it's closest one, and I think it will take the hit the easiest. So if I go here and see if everything is here set up as distribution, yes it is. I'm just gonna roughly stop importing everything. The capacities here are absolutely enormous. That's huge. So I think I'm gonna do 10% in each one of these. Something like this, just so have some kind of a little bit bigger backup. I don't think this is realistic capacity of this building, but anyway, we're gonna try to go towards realism. This is always my goal, and hopefully I'm doing okay job, guys. The new apartments are progressing nicely. I think Chris would be really happy to see this, because this is Mr. Chris Brennard's Bremard, I believe. His flat, and hopefully he's watching. Shout out to Chrissy. You have check out his channel, and if I remember, I'll link that as well. He makes videos like this as well, so check it out. He makes amazing videos. Okay, and then we have this distribution here. I can see that we are getting some stuff. So this is all delivered. This is all fine. I know that we have 2 coal runners coming here. Let me see if we have any names for them, because these, oh, it's a 1 coal runner. Perfect. So this one is going to Litopa. Litopa is, I believe, yes, that's the one there. So you're gonna change this. You're gonna go, instead of Litopa, you're gonna go for coal loading over here to Virov and remove Litopa, and then you're gonna be loading this much coal. There we go. So we have Petersgrad. Oh, right, I probably should have named that one. Let's see if I can find it here. Then now it would be yeah, this is the one now that doesn't have anything. And what would be the, that would be one with the coal without anything. Coal, Petersgrad, here we go. Let me just go back to, and this is how you're supposed to do this. What the hell is a custom line? Okay, I need to rename that. So we have coal to heating Petersgrad. This is the one that we need. I'm gonna just tell them to go back to this line, but I will redo this line. So Litopa is gonna go away, but first I'm gonna add this storage facility here, where you're gonna be loading coal, and then Litopa will be removed here. And if we press this button, we get the new transport route to our heating plant. And is this heating plant? It's middle of summer, so it's of course off. Steel is being delivered here. We need to see if we have anybody else coming in. Construction. This one is still waiting here. Let me check real quickly what's happening with the semaphores. Okay, this guy needs to go forward. This is the intersection. This is also the intersection. Let's go with this. Okay, and then this is fine. This is fine. This is dual directional, but this one has to be chain, I believe. Can I squeeze in a sign? Can I get a hell yeah? No. No, I'm gonna leave it as it is. It's fine. I just wish that this is different color. I'm not sure if this is the reason why this is not orange, because I'm kind of hoping to treat this as an intersection. And you can see here that we need one of these here. And then we need chain semaphores entering this intersection, and of course chain semaphores on this side. Chain semaphores tell you to stop. If you cannot clear the intersection straight away. So something like this. And if I go, we need to continue construction of this, but I'm not happy with this railroad situation over here. I would like to make this a little bit smoother. Our construction vehicle disappeared now. I have no idea why. Probably went to construct something. I would assume maybe in this direction. No, doesn't matter. He does. Construction vehicle does what construction vehicle does all the time. So I'm gonna leave him alone. Okay, so continuing on, we solved, or we set up distribution to be stopped here. So this is one of the big cities as well removed. I'm pretty sure that our free refrigerator trucks are not going to be able to handle all of this. You can see that refrigerator distribution office is empty. That means all the trucks are on the way, which is a good thing. That means that we are producing meat, and also a bad thing that we are not distributing it efficiently enough. That means that at the moment I don't see any issues with meats. So I'm gonna assume that everything is fine, but I can also see that there's an issue with the clothing. So I think I'm gonna increase the capacity of clothing to a higher level here. So I'm gonna go and get them 10% of clothing, just in case. I have no idea just in case what, but we desperately need clothing. You can see that we are missing workers as well, and I'm gonna quickly check if this is you can see that, for example, here we have workers without jobs, and yet we are missing workers over here. Don't you find this interesting? It could be that I lowered the amount of workers in these shops initially when the city was just yee big, when the city was a baby city. Now we have a little bit bigger storage for clothing. Let me see if any of these trucks are on the way. We have enough trucks. I'm pretty sure that all of this is assigned to our... Yeah, all three shops, you can see them in yellow. Those are assigned to this, and I'm pretty sure that they are that they are also assigned to the clothing. Needs to be to 20%. Are we exporting clothing by any chance? No. Let me see here. We have a couple of distribution offices. This is bringing gravel, chemicals, loading, unloading. Jesus, this is chemical plant. Yes. So this is distributing chemicals. That's fine. Oh, we need to see if they are loading clothing here. Loading clothing. Yes. Are you loading clothing? This one is loading clothing, and where are you bringing clothing? Here, Litopa warehouse. That's the one over there. That's fine. That's perfect. This is what we need. And what do you need to wait? What are you waiting? Nothing. Wait. Are you loading fabrics after they have a certain percentage in storage? To them, turn 20%. Okay, so I think this one is set for at least 20%. I'm fine with that. What about this one? This is a food distribution, and again, it's loading clothing. Let's put this one to 10%. That means that as soon as they get 10% of storage in this one, they're gonna send a truck to pick up stuff. And then we have the last distribution office. This is an interesting one. Loading chemicals, fabrics, delivering clothing factory fabrics. That's interesting. and then steel to loading steel from open storage. Where the hell are you delivering steel to? Electronic component factory. Okay, so I think we have quite few distribution offices. Some of them are kind of overlapping with each other, which is you can see here the fabric situation is kind of resolved a bit, because I did start importing fabrics here. I can stop because we have over 40 tons of fabrics. The trainee issue could be resolved by now. I think it might be resolved. So the issue with this train delivering or picking up fabrics, you can see the fabrics are being produced. Crops are falling down. The only problem we might have here is if these crops, well, when they run dry, when we don't have enough crops during the winter or something, will we have enough fabric? That's something I'm gonna have to pay attention to, and we'll see, probably in the population numbers. Okay, I said I wanted these to have up to 10% of clothing and 5% because clothing is important. I'm gonna put it like this, and all of this can stay as it is. And the last one is Renargrad over here. This is kind of metropolitan area. And Renargrad would be the shopping center over here. I want to put this one to 10% as well. You can see that we're missing meat. Hopefully our people are going to be happy when the meat actually arrives. They're still emptying this shop, so this is going to be a slow process. I'm going to leave them to it, and I'm going to be removing this. Maybe for a longest time I really wanted to focus on Renargrad a bit, just to make it a little bit tidier and neater. Not sure how much we can do, because we already did upgrade the buildings. Average age, well, actually, considering that they're so close to the pollution, it's not that high, interestingly enough. I can see that we have an issue with the coal ore mining. It's recovering a bit, but yeah, looks like the population of Sulivostok will need to increase. It's not like I'm supposed to find the new sources of coal or something. No, I have to shove more people into the meat grinder. Yeah, I should probably get a new mine, not because of the issues with this mine, with actually people supply issues, because Sulivostok became a high-tech center by this time, because it has all these industries, food production, electronics assembly plants, and all that good stuff. I can see the plastics are lacking here, and then looks like we're missing chemicals. Oh hell yeah. Okay, this brings us to an interesting point. So we have we have missing chemicals. We need to resolve this. A lot of factories we have around here, they require chemicals, and we need to deliver these chemicals somewhere. Now, using this warehouse for chemicals, it has only 27-ton capacity, and we are using this for absolutely everything under the sun, so this is not adequate for our chemical storage. What we're gonna have to do is create a chemical storage. Now, do we have anything that resembles a chemical storage? It doesn't appear so. This is too small. Do we have anything bigger? Like, let's say 1,000 tons of chemicals. Yes, straight away to the biggest one. And it would be really nice if the storage had a rail connection to it. That would be quite cool. Right. These are one of my favorites. These square storages, they have enormous capacity. I'm not sure about the realism of them, but they're quite cool. Okay, so here we go. This one has a rail connection, and it has 255 tons capacity. Probably I can connect it to some kind of external storage for chemicals. Not sure what that would be, but probably I can. Now let's see if we can cramp more crap into this area, especially here, connected to more railroad connections. But all jokes aside, I think this is quite possible. We can even do it right here. You can see here we removed the heating plant pipes here, so we created a little bit more space, and we can do this. I believe we can do this. I believe in us. Let's see how much leveling we're gonna have to do here. So let's try half of this height, just a little bit. Let's call it a step downwards from the height where this is. something like this. Okay, so what I'm planning to do right here, this is all on a go. So this is a warehouse. Let's see if we have anything else similar to this. This doesn't have to be connected to this one, and I don't even want it connected to that one. But what we need the railroad connection to this one. Yeah, we can go for a little bit longer over here. And if we're gonna treat this only as a chemical storage, what about... Let's try from the... Too sharp, really? Turn is too sharp? Really? I would have never guessed. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'll just shave it down a bit. That's about it. I'm fine with paying for this. Usually I like to keep the realism, but we have so much traffic happening over here, so... Yeah, I don't know in the future if I want to keep this as realistic as possible. How am I supposed... I mean, I know how am I supposed to approach this. We need to just be realistic and do it how big boys do it. Bite the bullet. We're gonna have to redo the whole industrial neighborhood, or we would have to have a centralized railroad construction office. For example, that would be a good idea. I think that's a good idea. Have a construction office over here, and every time I have a stupid idea like this to put additional railroads, this railroad construction office would just send the vehicle to build whatever we need to do. The only problem is following the rules. What's this? Let's do this. And let's remove this one here. There we go. So we have additional storage area over here. Let them finish this. This is chemical storage. We're gonna be delivering chemicals from our Bonigi chemical plant. Bear in mind that we have some Haka, probably this one is gonna be called. So this some Haka area here is going to be chemical production as well. It's actually quite slow. I expected this to be done already, but I can see that we have problems with a little bit of boards and a lot of bit of bricks. So let's see what the issue is with the bricks. I can tell you straight away what the issue is with the bricks. The bricks are going through probably the busiest part of our infrastructure, and that would be the railroad towards Bonigi. I'm here, and I still didn't come to a brick train. And I think this is where we finished our upgrades. Oh no, actually I continued the upgrades all the way here. Let me see if we can find out... Okay, this is stuck again, so Babushkino, turn around, go there. We need a brick train, and you can see that they have an issue over here. So brick train delivering bricks to... Oh boy, so this is a brick train. We don't have workers. We have only few workers working here. Okay, that's a problem. In this case, we have... This train doesn't know where to go. It's supposed to go to Babushkino aggregate loading facility, and he has problems. Let me see what problems he could have. This guy is not going forward because his brick storage is taken. You know what's the problem with this train? I think maybe I will stop exporting. I will stop exporting bricks. Actually, you know what? Altogether, I think I'm gonna be selling this train. Let's sell this train. This is the train that is exporting bricks. We don't need that anymore. We don't need to export bricks. We have way too much railroad traffic here already. So what I wanted to do here, of course, this is Spaghetti Western here, this whole area. So what I wanted to do here is fix the railroads. I don't see this happening today. I don't see it. Sorry. I don't think we can fix it today. So I'm gonna leave it as it is. The trains are going. I'm hoping that you're gonna go in the right direction. Yeah, this is still a little bit... probably I should tell this train to go this way. Yeah, let's try this. So this train has to go... I'm gonna tell him to go to the closest... closest area here to the... so that's this one here. So let's make this one work. go here, and in this direction you're gonna have chain in the opposite direction. This is fine. And this train from now, oh boy, this train is gonna find his own way. Okay, so we have a problem here. This guy is delivering, these guys are delivering all this stuff, and this guy cannot come to the Babushkino. So he's supposed to go to Babushkino, but he's supposed to go to this loading unloading facility. This is where gravel is delivered, and I can see the problem here. You see, when we rebuilt this area, I didn't think about this railroad here. So we need an access from this railroad to this one here. This is gonna look really, really bad, so I'm gonna try to do my best to make it look a little bit nicer, but it doesn't leave us a lot of options. So let me see if I can do it, for example, from here. Okay, this is a little bit better, and maybe like this. Let's try to build this railroad. So now we have a connect. This is, I think, a whole lot of people watching this video, especially you guys more experienced, are probably crossing yourself and saying, what in the world is this guy doing? Yes, he's doing. He's creating. Yeah, I know how. What? Alright, so wait a minute. Here, this one doesn't have a connection to the right hand side. We can quickly fix this by doing this. No. This. Why the hell not? Just create more mess. I have no idea what did I do here with the turnaround table, but that's fine. Wait a minute. You can go to this one. Why wouldn't you be able to go to this one and then here and then go into this one? He is supposed to be able to. Okay, so what's the problem then with you? Okay, but you're supposed to go to Babushkino, so turn around, go to Babushkino. The problem with this station, luckily I built this. Okay. You know what? Students of Babushkino will not miss you at all. There you go. Off you go, you wrinkly thing. Okay, students of Babushkino will have to find the other way to get their education. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna be removing the public transport system totally from the cargo system, cargo infrastructure. Yeah, let's call it like that. There we go. They're totally separate right now. I'm gonna be probably rebuilding this. Actually, can I use this as a train track? Oh, wow. Okay, we can redirect the traffic through the fueling station. Oh, that's gonna be looking lovely. Actually, we can fix it a little bit. We can definitely fix it a little bit. Oh, fun. You need to go to coal unloading and you're empty. No. You need to go to aggregate loading. Go there. And turn around. There we go. He's coming, delivering coal for to Bonigi here, with practically running empty. So, well, practically, he's empty. So that's a problem. Fuel is all fine. He delivered some fuel elsewhere, but currently, okay, this is resolved. I'm hoping. Okay, I'm not hoping. It's resolved. Gravel is doing fine. And I'm thinking about now how to set up distribution of other stuff here. So other stuff. Oh crap! I'm not even touching this. No, I can't even. I was thinking of getting some food, clothing, meat, and all that other stuff over here. But we don't even have a central loading station for all of this. We do have for clothing and food. That would be this one. But I would like to have the meat as well. So the best thing would be to connect this to some kind of centralized meat storage, and then the train coming here could load on everything that it needs. Currently we have a train going to Danilsk, filling in with, I think, a lot of stuff from here, except maybe not food. No, with all the other materials that we need. Electronics, electrical component. He's technically supposed to have chemicals as well, but looks like that's not a thing. We're gonna have chemicals delivered over here. This is more or less it, except we're missing Novgorod. I haven't touched this city as well. I'm thinking of rebuilding this city, removing some of the shops, removing some of the stuff they have here. You can see that Novgorod has unemployment of 104, but it has 2,500 people, 83 of them living in their parents. We are upgrading it already little by little. Obviously we have a prefab panel issue, is it? And this one has a brick issue. So the problem in this whole situation was, of course, one of these trains going to Bonigi that blocked our public Bonigi transport, which is halfway through this episode, actually 2/3 of the way through this episode. I'm actually remembering to put the line spacing cheat on. Okay, so that's on now. You can see here that the bricks and everything else is being produced at much brisker pace, if I may call it like that. We don't have any more brick exports, so hopefully this is gonna alleviate some pressure. Wow, they look nice. These trains look nice. It's gonna alleviate some pressure from brick distribution, because obviously we have a backlog of missing bricks. Also, what are we building here? We're building a power plant. That's fine, that's gonna take a wee bit. And what are we building here? We're building a little bit of a road over here. That's fine. And let's focus on the last city. We have Nega over there as a tourist mecca, which is not so touristy in my eyes. It's just a pain in the rear end. And we have Danilsk. Danilsk, of course, is missing the most important thing everybody else is missing, is bricks. So the biggest problem I have, or we have, with this map, with this situation on this map, was a railroad situation from Stary Galask to Babushkino to Bonigi. This railroad is so cramped now with the creation of this new chemical plant, because we have several different trains delivering crops, oil, gravel and wood to this chemical plant. Now, chemical plant works perfectly fine. It's full of chemicals. We probably should start distributing those chemicals. I probably should have used that train I had there. But these chemicals need to go somewhere, and unfortunately I wasn't far-seeing enough to foresee that we require chemical storage here. I thought we're gonna be using some of the existing chemical storages, but of course that's not the case. Okay, wow, 400 tons of concrete required for this enormous, but this is gonna be quite a sight. Can you imagine train ride here and getting through this a little bit elevated area overlooking our central industrial zone, hub, whatever you wanna call it. It looks magnificent, and then you have this big grain storage towering over everything else. It's gonna look fabulous. It's gonna look absolutely fabulous. I'm really happy that we removed some of the traffic from, well, we're gonna elevate the traffic above the rail lines. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with this one, but I am also pretty sure that none of the trucks coming through here will be coming through here when we finish this bridge, because these three cities are connected: Sulivostok, Sitomsk and Novodanilsk. If you see the closest route from, let's say, Sitomsk to Danilsk is through the new bridge. To Sulivostok is not crossing this railroad, but it goes left here. And then if you go from Sulivostok to other two cities, Sitomsk, we already explored this area, not crossing the road. And if you're gonna go to Danilsk, they are going over the hills and this path over here, which I should continue upgrading. And of course, we already covered Novodanilsk. From this area. Again, the bridge is gonna be key, and it requires, well, this one requires workers only. That's an interesting thing. I didn't even notice that we are lacking some workers. We have 20. Is it just me, or we had... no, I think this was 38,000. Yeah, I thought we were lacking some population, but that's not really so. Let's see what's burning in Nega, just in case. I'm pretty sure that we have fire department on the way. Yeah, Nega is something that I would like to rebuild. Okay, right. So Danilsk is the last fortification, last bastion of our 5-year plan. So now it's August 21st, 1970. We kind of filled in all the 5-year plan, everything that we need to do, and currently this ship is being produced. We need more people, of course, but unfortunately that's gonna wait for a while, and probably we won't get population expansion this year, because you can see that we're missing bricks to finish these apartments, and we're missing bricks to finish all of these apartments. So we need the delivery of bricks, which is on the way, but it's gonna take it a while, a few days. Well, I'm hoping a few days to arrive. I'm hoping that it's only days, but who knows. Something I learned in these series, I learned a lot. For example, I wanted to address this as well. Is it just me or there's cables missing here? I think it's not just me. I think there are cables missing here. I think I cut these cables and never finished them. Okay, I'm pretty sure that everything is fine, because this coal power plant is powering everything here, and it doesn't really require a lot of electricity, and we weren't over electricity budget anyway, so those two power plants powering that part of the country, it's perfectly fine. But what I learned here is that I'm not the sharpest tool in a shed. I never thought I was, but it's a good thing to know. I'm trying to be a little bit like more humble and try to understand how everything works a little bit better. So what I learned here, for example, one of the biggest teachings I learned in the last couple of episodes was with this distribution of the goods from the centralized storage facility like we have over here. I would like to just try to find a train that is usually coming over here. That's not the one. Alright, these are all vehicles. This would be the train. No, that's not the train. Actually, the first one could be the train. Yes, this is the train that we're talking about. This is the train that is actually now in Danilsk. Or no. He finished deliveries to Danilsk and he went to export all the extra stuff that we have left over from before. So I learned this, that we can set this up. I'm kind of hoping that they have everything that they need, except you can see that we're missing fabrics from here. We were missing this from before because of the issue with the train and fabrics. I'm really glad that we resolved this, but let's say that fabrics should be missing from here, even though they're not. But on the other hand, you can see that we have everything else that we need. Bear in mind that we're not delivering alcohol and food through here, so with this train, which we could do. Crops are not needed here. You can see the second train coming here with boards, and let me see what's going on. All right, so we have this one. This is not set up well. This is Danilsk, and you need to go to Danilsk, and you need to unload and not load, and just unload 100% of anything. Yes. And let's see if you're gonna be turning around to do this. Danilsk storage. Let's go other way. I'm hoping that he's gonna do it right now. So the problem was setting up this this grid. He might have a question mark still over his head, but I'm gonna let him go away from here, because the game, or for some reason, something might be wrong with this. With this whole setup. I'm gonna show you what I mean. The trains can have kind of not really mind of their own, but they can start teleporting in the opposite direction or something. Currently I told him to go back where he came from, but I can tell him to unload boards here. He doesn't have to wait until unloaded, because it's impossible to do so. But let's see if this is going to work. If not, I will send it back to go the full loop, because sometimes these trains... here, you can go to your waypoint. Go to waypoint, and in the middle of when he passes these intersections, if I tell him to go back, he will go back. Let me show you how it works. So he's now occupying the whole intersection. He passed the intersection. I'm gonna pause this, tell them to go back to Danilsk and to turn around, and hopefully now the question mark is gonna be gone. We'll see when he gets there, because this is still not resolved. Okay, no question mark. And now he's getting here. And will he do it, or he's gonna be confused? No, he's doing it. There you go. So he's kind of stuck in a place where he knows he has to go to this position, but even if he gets to that position, he doesn't understand that he is on that position. So it's confusing. So in this case, I had to kind of reset his, let's call settings, even though they're not settings. He had to go to a different block or a different point on a map before he can continue. I believe that this is so. If I'm wrong, hit the comment section. I don't want to say I'm rarely wrong. That would be false thinking. I'm often right, but I can be wrong as well. Right, heating plant. Do we have everything here? The hospitals are running fine. What's the population here? People living with their parents. I'm still surprised that there are no people living with their parents. I can see that we have lower population in this building. This building doesn't have access to... Actually, it has access to everything right now, I think. But for some reason we are losing population here in this building. Was it this one or this one? I don't know. These guys don't have access to alcohol. This is interesting. Probably because they have a way to go in the opposite direction. I was thinking of upgrading these roads. Let's do this. Let's upgrade this road and this road here. So they have opportunity to go around if they need to do anything. So I'm gonna leave it as it is, like this. Let them just construct this extra thing. I think we should have some materials here in this storage area for constructing this road. I'm all over the place. Boat is progressing. Like I said, we need a lot more workers, and looks like the balance of workers because of the high education levels we have is not ideal. So I think until we get a couple of hundred extra people, this is not gonna, productivity is not gonna go drastically up, because we need to they need to have more. I can do it like this probably. If I lower this under this number, for example, 35 to, no, it needs to be 15. Here we go, something like this. This will speed up production because I will force some of the people coming to this workplace to go to the other one. So we had around 60 altogether, so this would be probably the best thing we can do at the moment. I'm gonna have to, it will speed up the overall ship production as they equalize, as more people come here. Maybe I can do a little bit more, 22 to 90. This would be a little bit better. I think this will speed up the ship construction a little bit more. So now we have 50 base level workers. This production, it shouldn't really be 50%, but I think it should be that doesn't matter. I'm gonna leave it as that. We have prefab panels being delivered. Unfortunately, they're not needed over here, so this is really cool. I'm really happy, and I'm really happy that Dan Dingfelder actually suggested this wiggling, snaking through the mountains to get to Danilsk. So thanks for that, Dano. I really appreciate it. Considering railroad construction, we have this office here with all these trucks. I think we should stop because I don't think we're gonna be expanding any more railroad. I will be paying for some expansion in Bonigi, in the last stretch of the railroad we have over there, and that's about it. I'm still kind of worried about the crop imports that are going this way. I might build, because this has access from the other side. If I try to build it on this side, maybe, I don't know if this is a smart thing or not. But on the other hand, if I connect this railroad to this access, I will have trains going from here as well, connecting it to everywhere. We have trucks coming in here, that's fine, and this is full. There's nothing we can do here except start exporting chemicals. So that would be next step. We need chemical storage where these chemicals are going to be exported, and currently we have only place to export it. Well, only location where we need chemicals would be the capital city area or capital industrial area where the chemicals are the most needed. We have this chemical production facility. How you doing? It has a lot of chemicals. We could start exports from here. We do have a lot of chemicals here. This is interesting. I could do this. I could have some truck distribution of chemicals. I'm just gonna check our... I'm gonna say chemicals again, sorry about that. I'm gonna check the chemical distribution from here. You can see Shelov chemical plant. How you doing? This is the chemical plant. Missing crops. Yes, we're kind of trying to resolve this, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna assign this chemical storage to be loaded to load chemicals here. So you can share the aluminum or aluminum production chemicals here. I'm pretty sure because of the little bit of a mess that I did with all of this stuff that I'm gonna have to assign this one as well, because this one needs chemicals as well. I will be assigning this. I'm gonna be assigning this, the distribution office as well, to the chemical. Well, probably should tell it to go over 30%, just because this chemical production is primarily for aluminum industries, because we need them to have enough chemicals for that production. That brings us to 3 minutes before the end of, actually it's a little bit shorter, but a few minutes before we end this episode. I just real quickly have to check the previous recording, how much actually we have. Probably not as much as I think. And yeah, we're actually at the end of the time, but I'm gonna do this in the next episode. We're gonna have to end it right now. So the problem is that I wanted to start exporting the aluminium from here. We have our train construction area set up as well, so we're gonna focus on that. Sorry, the railroad construction office set up, so we need to start with that. And also we can start on exporting aluminium or aluminum. So that's one of the next things we're gonna do. But for now, I'm gonna thank you for watching this episode. If you did enjoy it, please press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.